Oh, hello, beautiful people. Good morning. Oh, I mean, I've been up for like an hour, but I was watching something while I was on the elliptical doing my cardio. And then I just like sat because I wanted to finish it before I started this. And so it was like 6 minutes. I was just sitting there in between doing my elliptical and doing this. And so I was all cozy. And then I was like, I gotta get up again. So like ever since Mercury has been in retrograde, I've been having like the weirdest, heaviest, like super healing dreams. So even though I'm getting like ultra deep sleep right now, I'm feeling like groggy and not necessarily rested because like when your mind is like running like that while you're sleeping, it's not really rest, you know? It's a lot of healing work happening. So I feel tired weirdly, even though I went to bed with my daughter last night at like 8 o'clock. So I got like 12 hours of sleep, but it was all very like healing and intense dreaming. So, anyways, I'm kind of excited about today's workout because it seems to be like upper body, a lot of work with the free weights. And I prefer that than like those crazy crab kicks and stuff we do. I also forgot to put a headband on today, so if my hairs fall out, my apologies. I might have to stop a few times to fix my hair. All right, kids, let's get her done. The quicker we get started, the quicker we can be done. I gotta turn this shit down. I always have it blasting because I'm like on the elliptical before this, and so I like either have music on or I'm watching something. But I noticed that one time I stopped watching them back. Like I don't watch my workout every day, but the first couple of days I did it just to like see if is this even something I would want to watch. I would totally watch it. But yeah. Anyways, so I noticed one day I was like screaming at you guys because I couldn't like hear over Jillian. Oh. Right now, Autumn is upstairs eating breakfast, watching some YouTube. I'm so grateful for YouTube Kids. It's like a whole separate app where like she can navigate it all still by herself, but it only pulls up like child appropriate things, and you can like make settings where like they can search or not and what can come up in the searches. So that's what she watches. I had to like hide because sometimes I let her use my phone because I don't let her take her tablet out of the house just because there's not really a need, you know. Unless we're driving or something. She's allowed to have it on road trips, but I like to save it for when we're at home and I need to get shit done. Because like when we're out, we're obviously out together and I'm real busy parenting her then. But sometimes I just have to get shit done. So she watches YouTube. Because, you know, their attention spans aren't very long. I mean, sometimes she'll sit and watch a show, but maybe max like 15, 20 minutes. And she doesn't know how to control Netflix, but she can handle YouTube. I mean, I get it that like some of these exercises, the purpose is just to like stay moving maybe, or like help with coordination. Some of them like seems a little silly. Maybe I'm not going fast enough. This one. Oh, my lower back is killing me. One thing that's super kind of silly that is even embarrassing to admit that I was like, having problems with. But like this house has 3 levels because there's a basement, there's the main floor, and upstairs. And like I was like so exhausted running up the stairs when we first got here. And now it's like it just feels natural. So since today is like mostly like upper body, it'll be interesting to see how I do since I upped all my weights. Because like, of course, the first round or whatever, it's not going to feel too bad. It definitely feels more challenging. But by the third round is when you really feel it. Oh. She calls this like a modified good morning. And I'm not like some professional weightlifter. I don't really know what a regular good morning looks like. But I'm kind of curious. I'm wondering what my back pain is from. Probably releasing some shit. Mercury retrograde is like a good time for reflection and review. Oh, here comes my wild animal. And like often there can be like issues with communication, like electronics, but also just like interpersonal communication. Hi, baby. Can't really hear you when I'm doing my exercise. So yeah, typically when Mercury is in retrograde, it is a time to just like focus on your healing more so. It's not a time to like start new projects or get new ideas rolling. Okay, baby, sit. You can sit down, watch your tubes. You can sit on the couch. After yesterday, had to give her the YouTube. It's not enough to just leave her up there playing sometimes, because but see, that's the thing too. She's not some kid who will just sit there and watch a screen all day, even though sometimes I secretly wish she would. Although honestly, like overall, I don't want that. But she's like, yeah, she'll watch it for like 10, 15 minutes. And then she's ready to go back to playing, which is great. It really is. I truthfully would much rather her be this way. But it takes a lot more energy from me in the parenting department. So that means I'm constantly having to give so much attention to her. She's pretty independent though. I mean, she's definitely growing there. Oh, whoops. Wait, let me get to the one. Bubba, if you're not watching your tubes, turn it off so you don't waste your battery. That's my other rule is like when we charge the tablet every night. And the battery is not as good as it used to be. But if she keeps it on all day and the battery drains, that's it. She doesn't get another charge for the day. It's just like a simple way to like help her regulate her screen time too. Because she understands like, oh, it died. It's got to go night-nights. Needs a rest. But yeah, it's not like the best of batteries. It's not an iPad. She used to have an iPad. But then I was really sick one day. She spilled bubbles all over it because I just could not mom. I was like giving her everything. Tablet, bubbles, just throwing snacks at her. And yeah, so the bubbles killed the iPad. So now she just has like some cheap tablet, like a $200 one. which isn't cheap. Like $200 is still a pricey amount for a 3-year-old. But we travel so much that like it's basically like a learning tool too, because we do letters on there, there's educational games. It's just like a really convenient toy. She doesn't own that many toys. She has more right now because her dad sent her a big package. But what we do is we donate, like usually every time we leave somewhere, we donate everything. You donate everything? Bubba, I can't hear you. Especially when you're talking in that voice. I can only understand big girl voices.
Need my stuff back. Wanted my stuff back.
Okay, baby.
I don't want new stuff. No new stuff. No new stuff. His wheels aren't supposed to do this.
Honestly, I think the greatest lesson she's learning with this lifestyle is how to like gracefully let go of things, because that's something like most adults can't even manage. We all are guilty of like holding on to objects, relationships, friendships, just everything much longer than we should. But because we are so transient, like she's constantly having to let go of things. It's like a big lesson in detachment, which is something I wish I would have learned a lot sooner in life. Like that it's okay to let go of things that no longer serve you. Like physically, I don't necessarily, I mean, there's a couple of little changes I'm already seeing in my body. I definitely feel like, I just feel lighter. That's mainly because I'm putting better nutrition in myself. But I do know that the first month, like you can't expect to like see all the results. It's like when you get in month 2 and 3 with the real consistency that you start to see results. I will say that like 95% of the exercises she's done is all stuff I've definitely done before. Like I do know I have the knowledge to create my own workout plan. But like I said before, it's just convenient having the app. I don't have my own app, so it's nice to like have something already put together for me that's like keeping track of my progress. It's interesting that I enjoy the free weights so much because I feel like upper body is where my least amount of strength is. But I just love lifting weights. That's why I used to like going to the gym. I also like the gym because I like to have the option of like doing group exercise classes, because I would love to do dance classes and stuff. But most gyms don't offer like good dance classes, like dancer dance classes. They're like aerobic dance, which is like fine. You obviously are still getting a workout, but it's not like hip hop, like, you know, like dancey dance. Okay. It is wild how much stronger I feel, and it's only been 12 workouts. I don't want to say 12 days because I'm not like perfectly in line by the days, but 12 workouts. Oh, this is the one where I'm curious because I have 5-pounders now. I definitely have to go slower to like control the 5 pounds with this, or with like the 3 pounds. But this is better. Like this, I definitely feel like I'm getting more of a workout from this. Okay. Maybe that's the key, is just setting her up down here with her YouTube. Because it is such a thing. Like sometimes they really do just want to be near you. But sometimes I enjoy not being near her. So I'm with her all the time and I need autonomy, personal space. Oh no, we are doing this shit today. Ugh. Just the cat watching me. Actually, the cat's watching her. That's absolutely my least favorite exercise. The best exercise is really exercise where you don't feel like you're working out because like you're enjoying it. And so it's just like a different feeling. And for a lot of her workouts, I do enjoy it, but then there's the moments where I'm like, I don't like this. But like what I'm talking about is like taking a dance class. Like that never feels like a workout to me because I just love it so much. Maybe I could start watching like some dance classes on YouTube once a week. The hardest part with taking dance classes for me these days is the memory retention of the routine, because that really is like a learned skill. Like when I used to be dancing all the time, it's really easy for me to remember choreography, but because I don't do it as regularly, I find it hard to keep up, not because I can't necessarily do the moves, but because like I'm too worried about focusing on what's coming next. So I have to retrain that muscle. Oh. Okay, but I think this is the last one. We made it, kids. We're cooling down now. Wasn't so bad today. It's those crab kicks, man. Ugh. Yeah, I really am. I'm so tired. I'm not tired. I'm just like, my energy feels drained. Like my mind's awake, but my body feels lethargic. Because typically, when I'm having like crazy healing dreams like that, I'm pretty restless when I'm sleeping. When I was going through this one like intense healing phase, I was like dripping in sweat every night, like just like releasing shit. It was crazy how much I like, honestly, you know, you Google like, oh, night sweats or whatever with like very few other symptoms. And like, of course, WebMD will tell you that you have cancer. But I knew that wasn't what was happening. So I determined it was just connected to my healing.
When you're done with exercise, we can play.
What, baby?
When you're done with exercise, we can play.
Yes, baby, after I do my shower. You know I gotta make my smoothie and then I do my shower and then we'll play, okay? Ugh. But yeah, that's what we do all day. We just play and play and play. And then at 5 o'clock, I'm like, nope, I'm done. Mommy's done for the day.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Some of my flexibility isn't necessarily gone, but it's because like I have extra weight like in the way of like my stretches. So it makes it harder to put your body in certain positions. Ooh. Did I do this one? Yes. This one. Oh. Yeah, like I definitely could have just sat around and like been self-loathing, and just let my body and my lifestyle continue to spiral. But luckily, like my soul, like my internal consciousness has a point where when I get there, I'm like, no, it's time to get your shit together, bitch. You've been lazy for too long. Or long enough. So I just had to pick myself up by my bootstraps and get her done. Bubba, please take your car off of me. Okay, Bubba, I'm all done. Well, kids, we made it. That wasn't so bad. Ugh. Hope you make healthy choices today. Yes, baby. Oh, stand up. Stand up. Love you all. What's today? Today's Tuesday. All right. Well, don't forget Thursdays, live tarot readings, but I'll be back for a workout. Tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Wait, what do you say? Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the bell. Can you say it?
Yeah. Subscribe and turn on the bell. Bye.
Bye. See you next time.
See you next time.